All right, students. Hey, sorry, I think I I rushed a little bit at the end, but this is going to be the very tail end of Act 4, Scene 1, along with all of Act 4, Scene 2. So a little explanation of what just happened. First of all, Aegeus says today is the day that Hermia has to make her decision between Lysander and Demetrius. But Demetrius kind of steps in and says, hey, I don't even like Hermia anymore. I don't want to be with her. Like, this is kind of a non-issue. And so Theseus steps in and he says, Aegeus, I'm going to, as the mayor of this town or as the ruler, the duke here, I'm going to overrule you and say that Demetrius and Hermia don't have to get married. Hermia doesn't have to make the choice. And Theseus says, in fact, we're all three of us are going to get married, at the same ceremony. So Theseus and Hippolyta had already been preparing for their own wedding, but now Lysander and Hermia are in love and want to get married, and Demetrius and Helena are in love and want to get married. And so Theseus says all three couples can get married at the same time, and then we can all share the same celebration. And so things have kind of changed from what they were, obviously, and it's also, this is kind of, in some ways, and we'll see some more information here in just a second, but in some ways this is kind of the happy ending that everybody was looking for. And so Theseus, Aegeus, all those other people have left, and the four lovers are left on stage basically saying, like, what just happened? You know, they're basically like, it seems like we just woke up and that was all a dream and ridiculous things happened, and I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but good thing, Demetrius says, good thing, Helena, I'm in love with you. Helena says, good thing you're in love with me. All of this stuff, like, everything is as it should be, I suppose. So we're going to start here at the very top. I think it's line 178 with Demetrius's line. Demetrius, are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. And this is a super famous line from this play, yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him? Hermia, yea, and my father. Helena, and Hippolyta. Lysander, and he did bid us follow to the temple. Demetrius, why then, we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams. Exeunt Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia, so they all exit. Meanwhile, Bottom is still on stage, and Bottom himself wakes up, waking. When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey, Hope. Peter Quince? Flute the bellows mender? Snout the tinker, Starveling? God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep? I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had... But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, and this is one more example of Bottom being kind of an idiot. Man's hand is not able to taste, or his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. And at the very end, he says, it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it to the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death. And he exits. Okay, so Bottom is just waking up. Everyone's left him. He has no clue what has just happened or what has gone on. So we're going to skip ahead. Not skip ahead, I guess, but we'll go ahead to Act 4, Scene 2. We'll get to see some of the play people again, having a good old time. So this is Act 4, Scene 2 of A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. Enter Quince, Flute, Snout, and Starveling. Quince. Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet? Starveling. He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he's transported. And that means kidnapped, so they think like somebody's harmed him. Flute. If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward. Doth it? Quince. It's not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he. Flute. No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens. Quince. Yea, and the best person too, and he is a very paramour for a sweet voice. Flute. You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught. So once again, the guys, being not super smart, are mixing up their words, messing up lines. Enter Snug. Snug. Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men. Flute. O sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. Oops, sorry. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus or nothing. Enter Bottom. Bottom. Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Quince. Bottom, almost courageous day, almost happy hour. Bottom. Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything, right as it fell out. Quince. Let us hear, sweet Bottom. Bottom. Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the long and short is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen. And let him not that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away! Exeunt. So they all exit. The cool thing is, if you recall, the play people, they had to audition to be able to perform their play for the Duke and Duchess. Like, this is a really big deal. But somehow, by some miracle, and we're going to find out why in the next scene, but theirs has been chosen out of all of the plays in Athens, all of the people that auditioned. They've been chosen, so they're kind of like super pumped. So, our final scene, which is going to be Act 5, Scene 1, we're going to see our play people perform their play in front of the 4 lovers, along with Theseus and Hippolyta. Which is just kind of fun to see all of the characters interacting in what I think is a really unique way. So this is the end of Act 4. You've gotten through the entire Act 4. We just have 1 act and 1 scene to go. So if you could, obviously finish this video, but then keep an eye on the rest of your flex day work and follow the rest of those directions, and feel free to message your teacher with any questions you may have or anything that's not clear. Thanks.